Hey guys, Mike with Iceberg Gaming. Today's World of Warcraft gold farming guide video is taking us out to Karazhan in the Eastern Kingdoms in Deadwind Pass. To do this run, you are going to need Outland Skinning, which if you don't have, you can get by teleporting to Shatrath and then visiting the Scryer's tier and then visiting the books there and learning it at the books. As usual, I'm going to show you guys one run through of the run, and then I'll do it until I get locked out, and I'll show you the results. So you're going to go in through the front door of Karahzan here. It doesn't matter what difficulty it is on, because Karahzan is a one difficulty only raid from the Burning Crusade. Immediately when you enter the front door, you're going to turn to the right and go into the servants' quarters. Let's get our loot appraiser running here. And we are going to skip the spiders. Stealth by them if you want. Usually you can just sneak by, but stealth does help. And we're going to unstealth here, and we're going to kill all these bats. Try to group them up as much as we can for AoE. And we are going to loot them all and skin them. As usual, I do recommend the Darkmoon Firewater and the Bear Tartar. And then we're going to group these guys up over here. One bad thing about being on a higher level character is that sometimes it's a little hard to group things up. I also do recommend that you get Outland leather working for this farm. It's not required, but I do recommend it. I'll show you why after we finish. After you kill these bats, you are going to come through this door here. There's a couple more bats, and then you're going to kill all these hounds. Even the ghost ones will all give leather, so we're just going to group them all up. And then we are going to AoE them down. And that is the whole farm. Now, if you are on a druid, you can dream walk out. Otherwise, you can run out, or you can do the trick with the group finder to exit more quickly. But that is the whole farm. We're going to go ahead and run this 10 times to lock out, and then I'll give you guys a summary of the results. As you can see, this run only took us about 2 minutes, so this is going to be about a 20-minute farm for all 10 runs. We just completed our 10 runs, so I'm going to show you guys the results that we've got here. As you can see, we picked up a whole bunch of junk here that we're going to vendor for a little bit of raw gold. We got 583 knot hide leather, 28 fell hide, and 197 leather scraps. Our loot appraiser is saying we got about 14,000 gold in just under a half hour. The half hour number comes from the added travel time to get back and forth to reset the instance. So you're looking at just under 3 minutes per run with the exiting and resetting. So that's pretty good. So that gives us about 28,000 gold per hour there. And now we're gonna get into how we can first. I'm gonna vendor this stuff. So let's get out our trusty mammoth here and go ahead and vendor everything that we don't want. There are some greens in here that we can take a look at, or there's some more leather scraps that I missed. So there are some greens in here that we can look at to see if there's anything transmog worthy. But for trash, we get about just over 100 raw gold. And let's take a look here. So we're not going to keep that. Too low value, same there. Too low value there, same. We'll keep this one. Vendor that. Vendor that. Keep this one. Vendor that. Vendor, 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 vendor. vendor. So the numbers that I'm looking at are the min buyouts against the sale average daily sold. Anything that is higher than a couple hundred, I look at the daily sold, and if it's over more than like 0.2 or 0.3, I'll keep it. Otherwise, it is getting vendored. These are all too low value. This is 300 gold, so we'll keep that for about a 0.1 daily sell. We'll vendor that, vendor, and vendor. So let's see. We made about 150 raw gold, which is not very good, but fortunately we're here for materials. So I'm going to say this is a beginner run because it's mostly for materials. It is a little bit more advanced than, say, a mining and herbalism run, but it's still a beginner run. So any beginners out there, this is a run for you. So now we're going to look at our leather working to see if we can increase our gold value that way. We're going to close this out, and we're going down to Outlands leatherworking. So let's see what we got here. So our leather scraps, it is telling us, are about 5 gold each, and we can turn those into knot hide leather, which it is telling us is about 4 gold each. So that is not a trade we're going to make. We're going to keep the scraps and sell them as scraps. Fell hide is going to sell very well for a good price of 50 gold each. And then next we can look at heavy knot hide leather. It is telling us that it is 68 gold each. So we are definitely going to craft all of these knot hide leather into heavy knot hide leather. And I'll give you guys the math on that in a second. I just finished crafting all these heavy knot hide leather. So doing so increased our gold from this farm by almost 6,000 gold over keeping the knot hide leather. So that's another good way to increase your gold per hour. I also did the math on this farm after vendoring all those greens that it was saying are transmog, which they are not. It's going to give us a total of about 12,000 gold for 30 minutes. So you're looking at about 24,000 gold per hour, which is very, very good. So this is definitely a farm you guys want to check out. It is, as I said, a beginner farm. If you want to get more advanced into it, you can look at some of the things you can make with the leather here in your leather working. For example, this heavy knot hide leather kit says that it will sell for around 1,000 on my realm, and it has an okay sell rate, not great, but they will sell eventually. So you could do a couple of those and then sell the rest of the leather. You could do one of these comfortable insoles. Again, a very low sell rate, but pretty good market value. Most of these require other materials, but like the knot hide armor kit also will sell for more than just the leather, so you might want to do 1 or 2 of those as well. But that's going to wrap up this farm. If you guys found it helpful, please don't forget to leave a like. Any questions, leave in the comments section. I do answer all comments on my channel, and I will continue to do so as long as it is feasible for me. Don't forget to subscribe so you're notified when the next video is released. Thanks so much for watching.